Jinx, have a great day. Well guys, welcome to another episode of Trapline with Jinx. Should have some catches for you. I apologize, I've taken a couple weeks off, just kind of recuperate. I haven't been feeling well. Still hitting my numbers. I'm still way above where I was at last year. The quest is to catch 100 coyotes. I'm kind of putting that on the back burner right now. I need to get back to having fun. So I've got this guy right here. This would be number 20 for me. It's December the 5th today. I caught 21 coyotes, 23 coyotes on December the 28th. So I'm about 3 weeks ahead of schedule, if that makes sense. I was averaging a coyote a day for quite a little while. I'm in a low density area, so I got to fight for every coyote I catch. You're gonna see in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to do my winter sets. So my trap bedding material to keep your traps running. I'm gonna teach you guys how to keep your sets running during the winter months. So it's middle part of December this video come out, and should be a good time. I'll show you guys how to keep your sets working during that really bad inclement weather, and hopefully get a week and a half out of your sets. But got this nice coyote here. Transitioning off this, I got a secondary set over here. I was really looking to catch a double, but happy to catch at least one on this one. And this property's been really slow. I set about half a dozen sets back in here, and it's been just real slow. So that's the way it is sometimes with trapping. It can kind of be discouraging a little bit, but you know, you keep pressing on, you'll keep catching. So glad you're with us. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I just got started. I worked my bed out real good, like normal. I take two handfuls of dry dirt. I throw it on the bottom. And now this is dry dirt you can get underneath a bridge. You know, if it's late, I sift it with my sifter. You could buy these at your trapping supply companies. But I want that dry dirt on the bottom because it packs a little bit better than just straight peat moss. Straight peat moss it's light, it's fluffy, it's got a squeeze to it. It just doesn't bed really well for me. So I like to have a little bit of that dry dirt on the base. It helps me to be able to get my trap bit down. So after I put my dry dirt on the bottom, then I'm gonna put a layer of peat moss that's dry and it's sifted with my sifter. I usually like to do that in the winter months, and that's kind of the basis of things. Now, the points of the trap are the most important to keeping your trap open the longest that you can. So everywhere that this metal hits, especially on the two levers, the dog area, all of that's got to have peat moss along the sides, so that it doesn't stick when you get that moisture. So I'm gonna bed my trap like I normally do. There should be a good layer of peat moss all around the metal of the trap. And that's pretty much the gist of it right there. Follow those two rules straight out of the box. You should be pretty good to go. I get a week and a half to about 2 weeks on my peat moss. When you buy it in the bales, it'll be wet. So make sure that you dry it out or you put it on a fan. I like to sift mine because it's got all those sticks in it. From here, I'm not even gonna use a pan cover. So I go straight over the top with my peat moss once again. And I'm just adding a layer to my trap. Now from here, I'm gonna make a valley because this is a trench style set. I like my trench style sets. I'm gonna put two on the valley here. Pack in the sides as best as I can. Here's my pan. And now after that, that's pretty much about where I wanna be. I don't put anything wet on the top of it, because if you put anything wet on the top of it, it'll freeze at night. And that'll create this crust where they step on it and it doesn't fire. So just something to keep in mind. So lastly, what I like to do is I go back to my dry dirt and I add a little layer of dirt just right on the top. That process right there will keep the peat moss from blowing if you have a lot of wind. But just a potato chip, just really, really light layer. Otherwise, once again, you get the moisture, it'll freeze on top, and it won't fire. So pretty much right here is in a nutshell. That's my bed. I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna go, of course, box in the sides, and then I'm gonna bait and lure my hole. But I think if you do that, you'll get probably a good week, week and a half. If you get snow, leave it alone, it's good. If you get a rain, I usually give it a couple days at least, and then you get a hard freeze, then you know you've got to there'll be a pancake on top of this. You just take it and you flip it over. You could add a little more peat moss, or you could change it out altogether, which is usually about what I do. But that's pretty much how it works in a nutshell. Hope you guys like that. And I'm gonna get this rebaited and relured, and I'll keep moving down the line. Okay, for you guys that like to see the finished set, I like to build a backing back here if I can. Keep him from working it from the back. And then the two sides, I wanna kinda make it look to where he's gotta step down into that pan area. And I usually like this side over here, but I still have to keep in mind I can't put anything wet over that side, and pack down these sides real good. But that's pretty much in a nutshell. I'm gonna pull out my glove. All right, my deer hide with the nail goes here. I'm gonna cover that here in a second. Cletus Apple Roads custom blend. You gotta buy this by the gallon, guys. Uses double glands. It's good stuff, but it is hard to get. You gotta buy it by the gallon. It's going in the hole. And then I use Fatal Breath by Liesl Rousot. I use 1 drop. And then I'm gonna cover that. I got that on that right there. I'm gonna cover that here in a second. I like to cover it. I think it does slow it down a little bit. It makes them look for it. And then I might put a little coyote urine on the side, but I'm pretty busy as it is. I think I probably will though. This right here. That's it, that's my set. One thing that I like to do though, is I like to make sure we kind of show the pan a little bit. But I gotta pack in these sides real good so that we don't have any unsettling of the dirt. That's just something I like to do. Oh, my urine was right there. And that should have another coyote in it soon. All right, guys, so this is kind of the signature set. Just a trench style walkthrough. Good location. I've got some skunk with that Fatal Breath. It'll call down into this valley if I'm going this direction. Works really well. So, and I got a secondary set over here. So usually I'm looking for a double when I catch on these, but I'll take one coyote at a time, right guys? So glad you guys are with me. Let's keep going down the line, see what we got. Real pretty nice morning today. Got about 4 inches of snow.
Oh.
What do you think, SJ?
Yeah.
Oh, we caught this coyote on this ridge, didn't we, buddy? Boy, he's been digging. Wow. And just right off the top of the yeah, okay. Didn't scare you?
Yeah.
We had a second set over here that didn't connect. So he had a buddy with him. You can tell, see all these tracks right here, SJ?
Yeah.
He had a buddy there that was really figuring him out. A lot of times when you set a double right next to this one, you'll get a double. And for some reason we didn't catch the other one. But we might catch him down the line, right?
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna get that dispatched in. Well, same location, different day. Nice fox here on the hill on the other trap. And pretty morning today. I missed a fox on another location. We don't have a lot of fox around us. But this crusty snow you know, you get a few hours of an evening, and then if you get a hard freeze at night, it crusts over the top. So if it's not looking like this set here. All right, I'm having problems with my battery. So what I was trying to say is this crusty snow, the powdery stuff is good. You get you know, we had 4 inches, I think, and then it's got a good thaw going, and so what it'll do is it'll create this crusty top on the top of it. And if you're set, I usually like to leave everything alone, you know, just leave it alone, keep driving by it. But it sometimes can be harder to catch them fox, unless if it's powdery. So just something to kind of keep in mind. You can kind of tell over here, it's, you know, it looks a little bit powdery. Yeah, it's powdery still. But if you got that big hard crust, it's hard to break through. So, all right, they'll find your traps. And happy to harvest this nice little fox. Not bad. Okay, guys, got a catch for you here. What I want to say about this trap, especially for you new guys, I set this trap last Friday, which has been about a week. This is Thursday. And we got a good snow in between then. And what I want to say is a lot of times newer trappers especially will struggle with not catching. I missed a fox one night on this set. I missed a coyote one night on this set. And I just leave it alone. If your pan is showing, go ahead and just get out of the truck, or, you know, but don't. The worst thing that we can do as trappers is to keep putting new bait, new lure down the hole, keep messing with your set. Just leave it alone. So if you're confident in your set, it'll catch. You know, even when you miss, always just kind of keep that in mind. So that's kind of my best advice for you guys. Just keep driving by. Don't put your human scent along that set. Leave it alone. It'll be fine. So happy to harvest this coyote this morning. Okay, guys, if the wind is real bad, I apologize. It is pretty windy today. I want to show you guys this catch here and this catch location. I do plan on catching, you know, in the next few days on this spot. There's a really good levee system here. I've got a few coyote sets right here. Really good trailing over here. I'll show you that. So this is what I call a high density coyote location. So these all right here, you can see kind of the trail. Those are all coyote tracks. It's a coyote trail. Usually you'll see those going into dead pits. I haven't seen anything like that since I was out in Kansas. So there's a good funneling spot. Lots of coyote activity right here. So I did set it. And some days you're gonna have big catch days, and other days just waiting on them to come through. So. All right, so I'm over here working, and I set this crossover trail. There's a nice otter in there, and you can't beat that trail. Man, you could just see where they've been coming and going and wearing that levee out on that side. And I don't have anything on this side, but have a nice otter. I want to get that. I want to share that with you. Okay, guys, got this really nice otter crossing over on the dam, and yeah, hopefully I catch a couple more like that. But hey, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe. Otherwise, click the big thumbs up. I'm Jinx. Have a great day.